In this video, I want to talk about the number one consistent mistake that I see from my clients who are gym owners and fitness studio owners, and from being an operator myself, where I corrected this mistake that I was dealing, that I had to go through, fixed it, and was able to scale my studios to 100K per month, okay? And that was being able to train my teams the principles of sales. Now, before you click off this video thinking it's just some typical BS sales bullshit video, I don't see anybody talking about this, okay? Because a lot of people who talk about this stuff, they want you to pay them to hear this information. Because this information it's principles, okay? It's not a framework. You can have all the frameworks in the world, but if you don't follow the principles, it doesn't work. So I'm going to teach you and show you the principles. And they're really simple, okay? Business is simple, but it's not easy. And sometimes we like to overcomplicate it with shiny objects and different strategies and techniques and all this crap. I'm telling you right now, if you follow these core principles and you're able to teach your team these principles, your studio will elevate and it will grow, okay? Now, in terms of scaling, sales isn't the only thing that's going to take you to scale, right? There's a lot of things that are involved, right? I tell all my clients that sales is cash flow, retention is scaling. It's that simple. We know that retention, the recurring revenue that we grow and the member base we grow, is what's actually going to be able to give us the ability to scale. But a lot of you guys are just struggling with the basics and you're relying on free trials and fucking promos, and it's ridiculous. You don't need this stuff, okay? I had studios in New York City. We never offered a free trial. We offered paid introductory classes. And guess what? Do we get as many intros or introductory people as we would if we had it for free? No. But you know what we did? We had high qualified people coming in so that we can convert at a higher rate. Plus, we got revenue from those people that paid to show up. And when you pay attention. So I'm not going to go into the whole free trial thing. I think it's complete bullshit. I think it's a norm that needs to be destroyed. I hate it. Free trials should not exist. But if you're offering free trials and that's been your base, I know some franchises do. It is what it is. You can still follow these principles to make it work, okay? So the number one principle in sales for fitness is you have to be able to know and explain the service and product that you're selling. And too many of you, as operators and managers, do a fantastic job of explaining it because it's your business. No shit. You're going to be the best at explaining it. But your managers and your sales associates and your coaches, they don't care as much about your business as you think, okay? They might love being there. They might love the members, have great relationships, but they're not thinking about the business in terms of numbers. They're thinking about their own paycheck and they're thinking about their own issues. Rightfully so. They didn't take the risk to build a business. You did, which is why you reap the rewards of running this business, and they get a fraction of that in terms of what you compensate them with. But if you're able to engage them and have them learn the understanding of their service and product and what they offer, the conversation becomes more natural. And too many of you guys have people who work for you that don't even do the fucking workout. I mean, I've seen it all. I've seen people who work at the front desk try to sell memberships and they can't explain the service or product when the prospect has a question because they don't know the fucking product. And they don't know it because they don't actually do the workouts themselves, which is absolutely insane. You should have people doing the workouts. If they work at your studio, they should be working out there. They have the time. If you're telling people to buy into your $100, $200, $300 membership and saying that they have time to work out, your employees that work for you should have plenty of time to be able to work out at your location, okay? And the reason why you want them to work out is because they will begin to know the product. They will have the perspective of the prospect, of someone who's new, of someone who's been a consistent member. Maybe the complaints that they get, they'll be able to see it ahead of time and communicate that with you before it becomes a bigger issue versus having a member do it. Because we know when members complain, right, it's due to multiple conversations that have happened before it was brought up to you, right? They didn't just see something and all of a sudden tell you. They talked about it amongst their little member community, and now finally someone decided to speak up about it. But imagine your team is so engaged with the business that they actually practice what they preach and what they're selling, and they know the product, okay? You have to know the product. You have to know the schedule. You have to know the results that people are getting. You have to know the pricing. You have to know the locations. You have to know everything, okay? And the easiest way to do that is to have your employees literally be a member. Let them work out. Let them do their thing. I would hope that you offer a free membership to your staff. If you don't, that's fucking crazy. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Give a free membership. Let them use the product because they're going to help you make more money, okay? So, first one is you got to know the product inside and out, the service inside and out. Second, got to believe it, okay? Sales has nothing to do with, convincing people to buy. It has everything to do with convincing people that you believe in what you're trying to sell, right? And if you have somebody that's talking to you that doesn't necessarily believe, they're kind of just going off a fact sheet, bro, that sucks. There's nothing more than I hate than when an associate brings out that sheet that has all the pricing on it, because that tells me they don't know their fucking pricing. And I get it. Oh, some people are visual. Then you know what? Grab a piece of paper and write it down and write the person's name, John's personal plan, and have them write the pricing down if you want to make it visual. But don't have a laminated sheet that's there for them that's a crutch. It becomes a crutch, okay? It becomes something that they can rely on so they don't have to do the work to actually memorize the pricing, the breakdown, everything else. But if they believe in their product and they know that it works and they know about it, it's going to be easier to sell. And how do you believe in it? Well, one, the people that they sell to, are they getting results? Because if they're getting results, then it's visually, holy shit, yes, this does work. This does provide X outcome that we are advertising and that we're promoting. Plus, if you did what I told you earlier, where they're actually utilizing the program, if they're going to get results from being a member, but even though they're an employee, right? So if they're getting results, shit. They're going to be able to speak from the heart. And they're going to be able to talk about how it's changed their life, how your fitness program has changed their life, to the point of the reason why they love working at that place, right? So conviction and confidence stems from belief, and belief comes from the actions that you do that are consistent. And that is doing the program, working out, getting the exercises in, okay? You can know everything about something, but not have your heart in it. And listen, to be real here, fitness is one of the hardest things we sell. It's not tangible. I can't, besides maybe a heart monitor or a key fob or whatever piece of device, supplements, no one is buying their dream body or their dream physique or their dream mental state. They have to earn it. And you have to convince them and understanding and persuasion that your service is going to deliver that dream outcome, and the perception of the likelihood of them achieving it is super likely, right? Super achievable. I know I'm butchering up my fucking words. Deal with it, okay? I'm being real with you on this. You have to believe in it. You have to believe in it. That's the second principle, okay? The third is that you got to do a proper needs analysis. And this is the framework stuff, right? My sales by service system is an excellent framework to follow. It gives the right questions, everything else. But you can really use any framework. But if you use a framework that does a proper discovery, I would highly encourage you to use my sales by service method. It's the best fucking one. But it helps clear up any objections, everything else, so that you have a natural conversation, a natural flow, okay? So 3 principles just to review. You have to know your product inside out. You got to believe in it. And you have to have a proper needs analysis. And I know some of you are saying, well, gee, how long has this been? This has been, I don't even know how long this video is recording. But it's been quite some time. And you're telling me some shit that I probably know. Well, if you knew it, you wouldn't be looking up for this video. You wouldn't be trying to figure out how to figure out your fucking sales. But you are. And it's because you're not doing this. You're not doing this because you don't understand the principles. Once you understand the principles, then you have to teach your team the principles, okay? And by doing that, that's how you're going to really be able to grow and scale and take on other locations and do more things. So, how do you teach your team? You sit them down, you do the things that I told you to do, and you rock and roll with them, right? Another way is you get involved with me and my team at Rise Up Innovations. We work with studios to make sure they become profitable with purpose-driven businesses so that they can make the biggest impact without losing their hair and going crazy, okay? I'm here to help you. So if you feel like, hey, like all this stuff sounds great, but you're looking for more advice, a little more support, in the description below is a link to book a call with me. We'll chat for a few minutes to see if it makes sense. If it does, I'll show you some high strategy stuff that we can do to help implement this for your team. If not, I'll make sure to point you in the right direction so that you have success. Either way, I am here to serve you. I am here to help you. I hope this video was helpful. Have the best rest of the day.